Hey friends, Lucian here with the Bullish Bears team, making the watch list video for Tuesday, March 13th. Gonna do some recaps here first before we get started, just to show you here the SPX, or actually the futures here. I like using the futures chart. You can see here, we've been talking recently about this head and shoulders. It was the head, left shoulder, and then it was forming like this right shoulder. We're saying beware of this area here. On Friday, it broke above it. We then said be careful of the potential double top. It's right at the double top right here, kind of broke above it. And we also said be careful, and obviously be careful meaning just be aware. It doesn't mean don't trade it. Just be aware of it, right? Cup followed by, is it going to form a handle? Is it going to break down with the handle? Is it going to break above? It's right at the handle position right now, right here. That kind of that indecision, almost gravestone doji indecision candle, which would make sense. So now we got to see, is the handle going to hold, or if it's going to pull back and it's going to fail? Again, if it fails, it could form a head and shoulder, a left shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. Again, so it's all about patterns. Very important to keep aware of. Kind of next up area, you're probably looking at for resistance right in this area here. Kind of keep an eye here. So if the handle holds on the cup and handle, it might potentially go up further. Got to watch, right? So let's take a look. Actually, before we take a look at it, we did post some new videos here today in our candlesticks course. Hopefully y'all have been paying attention. We're posting lots of great content, so very important to be aware of them. We just posted bull flags and bear flags. So we're gonna have a couple courses, a basic course and a whole advanced one. So we're probably gonna have, I don't even know at the end, 50 videos or so. We've only launched about, I don't even know, 10 or so far. So you have a lot more to go, lots of patterns. Make sure you take advantage. Also, too, on our blog, we post lots of content. You can see our trade alerts results from last week. I will click here just to show you. So for those of you guys who are not paying attention, as you can see, week ending 9/3/9, we had a 91.83% win ratio. As you can see, some alerts are better than others, but I mean, they're all firing off, guys. We have high 80s to 90s%. So, for those of you that are on the fence for $10 a month, just one trade could play your membership for years. So again, our alerts definitely fire off. You can read about them over here. But over here on our website, you can see we've been posting, anytime we post kind of a video, we're posting a blog post to kind of coincide with it. So make sure you take a look at these blog posts as well as the videos to really get an understanding of this, because these candlesticks, they're probably the most important thing you're going to learn when trading. Candlesticks make up everything, and they make up the charts and pretty much give you the patterns, the support and resistance, all that good stuff. So very important to pay attention to. You can subscribe to our blog just by clicking on this follow link. So you just put in your email and it'll notify you anytime we do a blog post. So let's look at some of these recaps here. You can see all but one alert fired off today. So let's pull up a few of them. Mara at or above 2. Oh, that was one that I added from Trade Ideas. Smart at or above 82. You can see here. If we zoom in here on the 5-minute, you'll see it formed kind of like this high wave kind of candle this morning, then doji down off the 20 EMA, kind of this hammerish kind of pattern, kind of ugly looking pattern here. And then it went up and it got up to high of day of 98 cents. This one's kind of a tough one to trade. You could have maybe caught it right here at this, the break of this, above this small little red candle here, but it's kind of tough. It's kind of close to $1, so you got to be careful with that. And obviously you can see it went up, then it kind of formed this hanging man candle, and then it kind of just fell from there. But it went up from, what is that, 82 cents up to 98. Not bad. You could have maybe taken it if you were watching right around this area over here. You may have risked potentially getting an entry here above the 9 EMA if you wanted to, risking to see if high day broke. If not, maybe kind of just made just a tiny gain. Or you could have waited here for confirmation on this kind of cup, follow this by this handle-ish kind of forming right here, and then got in here for a potential break of $1. And if it, you could have capitalized on here, made a little bit, 8 or 10 cents. Again, it's all a matter of your risk. Do you want to risk getting in down here? Do you want to risk getting on the break or a pullback? Obviously you don't want to buy up here, especially close to $1. So Smart went up and what is that? 16 cents or so. For a day trade, depending if you got a position, you had the first kind of pullback right here, second here, very sloppy pattern. But, be aware of these doji patterns right about around the EMAs. If you got in down here, you can kind of keep your risk low and just use this 9 EMA as a guide. But very kind of sloppy pattern. Let's take a look at ERII at or above 847. So here you can see, what was it? Okay, 847 was here. So right off the bat, it kind of just opened the day and it went up, right? So these are 5-minute candles. And then it kind of pulled back down, stayed around this previous close, is kind of forming support. So again, depending on your risk, you could have waited till it closed above the 9 EMA again if you wanted, waited for it to pull back a little bit, risking high a day at that point, seeing if it braked. So it's again a matter of what your strategy is, or you could have waited for high a day break and confirmation. It broke over here, it fell back down again, kind of went back up again, but you can see price is kind of hovering these EMAs over here. So you can see kind of a cup base formed here, kind of flagged a little bit here. But, even if you got in, 856 to 865, not that much, 10 cents. But it kind of went up, traded sideways for the day. Kind of went up and, kind of traded sideways. Didn't do too much. But, it did get up to 882 today. So what is that? 847.82. Not bad. 40. What is that? My math is bad right now. 40 something cents or whatever. And if you see here on the daily, it's still. I'd be careful now a little bit after 3 green days. You want to be careful. Shorts tend to come in after 3 green days. They tend to try to short on the 4th day. Again, not a rule, but just got to be aware of it. And let's see here. Yeah, let's take a look at a couple others. Rex 107. Some of these just went up and then pulled back. This one, TNTR, man, that one must have just really dumped. TNTR at or above 655. So look at that. This one just really pumped and then dumped today. Look at that. Ouch. So if you looked at the charts on this one, at or above 655, right? So you can see that it broke, where's 655? Right around here. So it broke, so it went from red on the day up to green. Now, when a stock goes red to green, you want to see it hold, right? So it broke above, and then it formed this kind of, just this bullish candle. Just the bears kind of came in, kind of pushed it down here. Then you can see kind of like a high wave candle, a doji candle, bearish. So this, when you start seeing this, be very careful, because obviously a potential reversal is coming. So you can see this one did get above 655, and on the charts, it got up to 689. So that's 30. What is that? Man, my math's bad today. 34 cents. Great day trade, But you got to see when a stock goes and it breaks above and goes red to green, you want to see it hold if you're bullish on it. And then it gave you, even if you got, you didn't get out at the top of this candle here and you got out somewhere around 673, it's still 20, almost a 20-cent move. Day trading, that's really good. So it gave you a warning here, followed by a warning here of this kind of indecision, right? Can't get above this wick up here. Doji candle, another warning. This red candle, another warning. So, a ton of warnings to get out of this. But again, you're just with day trading, you're just trying to make 10, 15 cents. So you could have made 30 cents right here. On a 1 minute, you could have watched, waited to see if the 1 minute held and just traded it up when you saw, it kind of formed this wick up here, depending on what it is on the 1 minute, got out, right? If you're just trying to scalp on these day trades, swing trading, you're trying to make more than, 10, 20, 30 cents. You want to try to get like $1 or more ideally. But let's see here on work. Let's see. At or above 67.07 for the day trade or for the swing trade. At or above 67.07. This one kind of just went up today and then did nothing, and it traded sideways. Now, if I go to the daily chart, you'll see why, right? So you can see this triangle pattern, it's just starting to break out of it. Right, so this is on our swing trade watch list last night. For those of you guys that are not subscribers, we had a triangle looking for price to break out of the triangle. It hasn't failed yet, right? It's right at an apex. So it's kind of doing what you would think it would do. It's in this kind of indecision mode. So it's retesting this area that it was looking to break out of. It's retesting, and it's kind of holding these lines, these trend lines. So work went up a little, and then it just traded sideways. CFG at or above 46.26. CFG. So another one, right? Kind of a triangle or a wedge kind of pattern at or above 46.26. You can see it kind of is breaking out. You got some resistance right up here. It's kind of in indecision mode. But if we drill down 46.26, you'll see it went up, pull back, potential bull flag, and then one up again. So just because, again, when we tell people, just because these alerts fire off, you got to watch the patterns. You don't just take any trade just because an alert fires off. You got to watch the pattern. That's why you'll see on our watch list, I mean, you'll see our ratio goes up. It's, it's in the 90s, right? But you're probably about half of those trades, or maybe I'd say probably 20 to 30% are really good. Then you have another percent that are, 20% that are good. And the other like 30, 40% are like, they're like, okay, at least I didn't take a loss. And then you'll get a handful that you're going to, are going to be small losses. That's trading, right? I mean, the best traders in the world, they still fail 40% of the time. You can't predict these things perfectly. So on these swing trade ones, you're kind of looking at about, half of them are kind of like, and the other half are like, okay, pretty good. And then, probably 25% of them are really good. So on the swing trade list, each week you'll get, a few that are like $1, $2 moves, which are good for a swing trade, especially depending if you hold longer, depending on how long you're willing to hold them for. And then some of them move $2, $3, $4, really good. And then some are kind of like, 30, 40 cents, which is like, hey, it's something. It's not great. And then some, you might not make much of anything. But that's trading, right? Let's take a look at a couple more here. Waste management at or above 87.21. WM. You're going to be learning a lot more about these triangle patterns in the near future when I post them. So you'll start to see there some of those with the triangle ones, they're going to get some more indecision. They're going to kind of smack around a little bit. This one, 87.21, went up and did nothing, came back down. So now you get a look at the daily pattern, see what was going on. Again, so look at this triangle pattern. So you could say, well, that's a dud on the day. Well, it kind of was, right? But look at it in the grand scheme of things. With a swing trade is not a day trade. So I'm not saying you should get in this one right now. I'd be a little bit concerned with this red candle right here because it's still at the base here, but it's still, it's it's definitely a bearish candle. So I'd be careful, but it's holding this base. But when you start to see these triangles, ideally you want to see them break out and hold and then move up. But you got to give them time, give them time to kind of, form and consolidate and break out. So this one is still kind of holding. You can kind of move, you can even move this trend line out a little bit more. You can maybe even bring it, to these ones out here, which could show that it might have still some more room to drop and go. But this is, you got to find these patterns. Not only head and shoulders and cup and handles and bull flags and bear flags, but you want to trade these triangles too. And these triangles could be tricky. It all depends what your risk management is. I personally like to have tight risk management. But you know, again, got to watch with these swing trades. Give them some time to move and run. Again, that one would concern me right now with that bearish candle. And let's do UAL at or above 60.40. And so you can see, wait, was that 60.40 UAL? Let me see, what was that? I'm sorry, at or above 71.68. So you can see with this one, I was looking because there's a gap right here, big gap on the daily. I wanted to see what happened. You can see that I had the resistance right up here, right around that $72. Now, it is forming kind of that hanging man candle, so you got to be careful when it's doing that right around a gap. You know, that could be some cause for some concern. So that one went up to $72 today from 71.68. Big deal. So you can see, you know, there's some indecision going on with some of the triangles and that one near a gap. Very expected. Let's take a look at TXT at or above 60.40. Let's see what happened with that one. Again, another one in a triangle. That red candle, that would concern me right now. So you can see there's not really doing much. These triangles, there's a couple that aren't looking very good. There's one right at the gap and two right on the edge of the triangle. So, you know, again, got to watch these patterns. Watch these alert levels. This alert didn't fire off yet. It may crash and burn, who knows, but it's holding these trend lines, see? Very important to watch. So I got to see how these play out, see what happens, but this is what we do every single day. You know, in our daily watch list, you'll have a couple that'll be really good, a few that are fair, and a couple duds. Swing trade, you might, if you have 5 on a swing trade watch list, you know, 1 or 2 may be good, 1 or 2 might be and then a couple duds. You know, so it's Monday, and you can see, no coincidence that right here on the SPX, so I'll just pull up the SPX, you can see it's that's not good. You know, that might be forming a potential evening star pattern. You know, this doji or spinning top, got to see what happens. You know, if price falls below there, that could be bearish, forming a double top, or this could be just a fake out and form a cup and handle and move forward. Got to watch it. If what I'm showing you and it sounding foreign to you, like you're not understanding these patterns and these terms, again, take our courses and make sure you take and watch every candlestick video that I start putting out, because it's going to be a purpose. I'm not going to get into these types of patterns until we go over the basics, right? And I'm not going to get into bearish harami, bullish harami, evening star, morning star. Got to start off with bullish candlesticks, bearish, dojis, right? Stuff like that. So we're going to get into all of this stuff. So if it sounds foreign to you, just, again, watch each video, give it the time it deserves. So let's see for tomorrow what we're going to keep on the watch list. There's ones I was looking at today. I'm going to see if I'm going to keep them or not. Mara, this piece of garbage stock, might have some buyers coming in. Let's take a look. Holding its highs on the day. Piece of garbage. Garbage company. Let's kind of see up here. Let's kind of connect the dots a little bit. Might have a little bit of room to go. It's at 243. I'd be careful at 250. So right, where is 250? Right there, right where it kind of pulled back at today. So let me put this on here. Pull back right at about 250. So I'd want to see if it could break 250. If it could break 250, then obviously got to be careful around $3, right at that. What is that? That 50 50 SMA. And we start the day over again. I just always reset my alerts. All right, so I'm going to put at or above. See if continues and breaks above 250. That's a very critical area. Resistance at $3 if it breaks. So, got to watch if Mara can break 250, then if it can, $3. If it rejects at 250, that's not a good thing. Smart. Nope, don't like it. Kind of a gravestone doji, or yeah, kind of a long-legged gravestone doji. That's why I tell people don't get too. That's not good. So gravestone is like right at the bottom here. If it closes, it's close to it, so it's almost like an upside down long-legged doji. But gravestone doji, whatever form of doji, the way this is, bears or control, that ain't good. Don't like it. Doesn't mean it can't go up. I just don't like it. Not putting it on. ERII. Let me pull a 5-minute chart. Starting, might still be potentially moving up. 3 green days, got to be careful of that. It's near $9. That would be resistance. I'd like it more for a potential short. Not going to put that on. ADXS. It's in the gap. See that? The gap. You have a doji. You can't even see it. Right at that gap. No coincidence. Indecision mode. Could still go up. Not going to put it on. I don't think. Let me see. Nope. Look at that. After hours. Dumped. Got to be aware of those gaps. See that? Completely dumped after hours. Why? It's at that gap. People don't know what they're going to do. It's indecision. Again, it could go up at some point, but who knows when. When you see it dump like that, that's not a good thing. Got to be careful with these small cap stocks. Very garbage. Rex. Nope. And TNTR. Nope. That ain't good. That one's a bad looking one. So when you see that big, almost a bearish engulfing, it's just not good though. Very not good. So that's it. So we're not keeping those on. So let's go and see if there's any newbies that we're gonna put on. Nope, don't like it. Mara, we already put it on. GOPH. So there's some potential here. This one's holding its highs on the day. Yeah, a little bit overextended. Let's go to the hourly. It's got some room to run. It's overextended. So on the daily, it's broaching overextended as well. 3 green days. It might have another pop. I normally would say probably not, but as you can see here, this one pumped up for more than 3 days, has a history of pumping, and put it right up at $3. Another one right at 250. So if this can break 250, look, see this pattern, this is what you got to be very aware of. You don't buy at tops like that. Very bad, especially after 3 green days. That's bad. It's already overextended, but again, we're day trading these, right? So we're just looking to scalp, right? Look at the pattern, scalp, make your 10, 15, 20 cents. If you make more than 20 cents, great, that happens, but you're not going to hit home runs 50 cents and $1 every trade. And let me see here. At or above 245. See if price breaks 250 with heavy resistance at $3. You can see pump, dump. Looks like it's getting pumped again. We'll probably dump. GOPH. Let me look over here. Perfect. It's a little bit close to, it's very close to that 50 SMA. Let me look here. This looks like a 5. Yeah, I think it's a 5-cent spread stock, so I'm not going to put that one on. CPOC. Pumped up today. Man, this got a history of pumping and dumping, that's for sure. I don't like the pattern. Nah. Nope. All right, so EGLT. Nope. Burr. Don't like it. Rich Parker. Nope. Pumped up, dumped down. CGNT. Oh, shooting star. Nope. And nope. Might have lots of indecision today, potentially. Sloppy. These look at this. It's got a history of pumping and dumping. Might be bull flagging right here. So it might be a bull flag pattern. Coming up, pulling back to consolidate. So I am going to put that one on. Got some resistance. I'm just going to put it at $3. You can see it at the top of that candle. It is above a $0.50 amount right now, which I like. So we're going to put at or above. See if continues resistance with resistance at $3. History of pumping. That's the thing with these small caps. Look at, you see history, pump dump, pump dump, pump dump, pump dump, pump dump, pump dump. Right? Pump dump, pump dump. Who knows? Maybe this will be another pump and then dump. Not a good, I mean, it's not a good looking stock, that's for sure. But it doesn't matter. These small caps, that's how you trade them. For day trading, you're just looking to scalp 10, 20 cents, you know? Use your money as leverage in your account. So it's easier to see a lot of the patterns on the swing trades. So like, you know, a lot of the patterns that you'll see, you know, it's harder. You might not see as many clear bull flags or clear cup and handles or clear. You'll see a lot of clear head and shoulders on these small caps, but a lot of the other patterns, it's kind of tougher to see at times because they're pumped and dumped a lot. So you'll see a lot of middle fingers right here, right? You'll see a big FU. Put your middle finger right here. That's what you see a lot of these. Huge middle fingers, pump and dump. They pump up, they dump, pump and dump. That's what most of these small caps are. Look, this is so terrible, you can't even zoom in and see it. But that's okay. Like some of these, again, you just get these pops and then you scalp them. All right, so this one right here, TTPH. Let me zoom in. Potential double top failure. It's broaching the gap. It's in the gap, right at that 20 EMA. I don't love it. But this is one of those ones that can just kind of slowly grind up. You see this gap right here? You know, price is in the gap. And it is right at that 20 EMA. Let's take a look at the other charts. It's broaching resistance. Let's see on the 5. Yeah, I mean, I'll put it on there. You know, that's what you got to see. You got to see it. Want to see it get above. I'm going to put it above 8 or what is this thing here? 323. See if continues and moves up into gap. Watch if 20 EMA holds. Be resistance at 350 and 4. I mean, it can still go, let me see, moves up into gap. Yeah, so 350 and 4, obviously right here, and then obviously if it keeps going up, great. This thing could shoot with these pump and dumps, right? This could shoot up and fill it, or it could just trade sideways, or it could just tank, you know? Again, you're just trying to get 10, 15, 20 cents. That's it. If you make more, great. If you have the stomach to hold something longer, great. It's tough to hold swing trades like this, right? I mean, when you see stuff like this and you see it moving, there's not really clearly defined great patterns like when you're looking overall. You're looking at a stock that's just like, look at this, it's just garbage, you know, trading sideways. That's why we tell people, be very careful. You can see stuff like this, bull flags, right? But you got to look at it in the context of overall what's happening. CNET. Nope. ITIS. Broaching resistance right here, pretty close. FU pattern right there. Middle finger. Pump and dump. So that's where it's kind of close to this resistance here. That's why I'm not going to put it on. TST. Nope. SPI. Nope. That one's possible. Doesn't look like much until you zoom in on it. Let me go to the 5-minute. Kind of a cup and a handle position right here. Let me just see if this is a 5-cent spread. Of course it is. Yep, forget it. Don't like those. Those annoy me. Nope. Nope. It's forming kind of like a flag or a wedge pattern there. Pull back at the EMA though. That 200. Let's see. Yeah. No. Again, it's a lot of these you got to time them right. You know, you can see that this is kind of a flag kind of pattern right here. It held the 9. You could have gotten a quick pop out of this. It's just tough to trade these. You know, some of these ones right here, you got to catch the wicks right, and this could just be very, very sloppy and very volatile. IFON. Nope. Too many wicks. OCO. This is possible. Let's see here. Holding its high, that's good. Let's take a look at the hourly. Possible cup and handle. You can see 664-ish up there, resistance. You can see some right above, just below 650. On the daily, it might be a cup and handle. It's above here. Yeah, it's just a little bit too close for comfort. So it's kind of a cup and a handle. A little bit kind of close to resistance. So now CPST. No. See, a lot of these, some of these I could put on a list, but I don't want it to be too close for comfort for you guys. We want you to be careful when you're trading. This might be an inverse head and shoulders setup. Right here. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Neckline right there, right about 693. See that? Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Go here, neckline. No coincidence, the neckline is at that gap area. So let's take a look at the 5-minute. Kind of holding its highs. I could already tell you this is going to be a 5-cent spread stock. Look at that, 5-cent spread. Dang it, I would have put that one on the watch list too. So I'm not going to. Kinda. It's not too bad. But let's see if I can see a pattern growing out of this. It's close to $3. You can see resistance. Too small candles for me. Nope. 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 Ugh. Sloppy. Let's take a look at the 5. Let me look here. Let me get rid of this. Kind of a double bottom pattern. It's resistance 380s. It's kind of broaching it. Broaching overextended. Nah. Nope. This one might be setting up for a break. You can see it's kind of holding that 9 EMA. Might pump. It's got a history of pumping. See some resistance up there. Kind of right up in here as well. So you can see what I'm looking at is this potential kind of that wedge. Let's see if I can kind of get a triangle out of this. Sometimes it's hard to get a... You can do it that way. You can put it up here. Let's see which way it goes back to. Or I can do it up. Let's see, remove this one. Do this. I could have done it the other way. See, it's tough. It's tough to get these triangles with these pump and dumps like that. But my point being is I'm seeing it kind of rise here. Might have a shot to pump up. Be careful at this 200 at EMA. But again, at a stock that's under $1, 70 cents, you know, if 70 cents, you know, 8 cents is not the greatest move, but it is holding this EMA. It's got a history of pumping. If you get 10 cents on a stock that's under $1, you know, not bad. If you had 1,000 shares, that's $100. But if you had 10,000 shares, that's 1,000, right? So acre, I'm going to put at or above. It's kind of a hammer position too, or ham pattern. Sorry guys, I'm tired today. Making lots of videos for you guys, non-stop. So I hope you're watching them and appreciating them. And you guys request watchlist videos a lot, so I'm trying to do them for you guys while doing other videos. So I'm still losing my voice a lot. Potential. What's it say? Watch for continuation with resistance at 200 SMA around 78 cents. Around. AKER. And let's go down here a little bit more. MVIS. Nah. Don't love it. APTO. Nope. RTTR. Nope. Let's see. Nothing much I really love here. But you can only trade what you can trade. Not, obviously, there's more on the potentially bullish side than bearish. So we'll see if there's anything to put on over here. Yikes. No. Nope. That might be potential short. You can see base right around there, about 650. Although it just filled this gap down, Still could have some room to run. 713 down. Not enough room for me to put it on there. That was a potential short, though. Youf. So you got to be careful. So these are a stock. These are the stocks you got to be so careful of, these small caps. They run almost too perfect, and what they do is they just suck people in. Suck you in, suck you in, suck you in, suck you in. Get it over $1. Probably being pumped up in a penny stock chat room somewhere, and then boom, gives up all of its gains. Done. Right back down. Right? And then they'll probably try and sucker people in again. These are ones you got to really be careful of. But they look almost too perfect. Very bad. Very, very careful. Ugh. Ugly chart. Nope. 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 And that one's potential for a short. Too many wicks. Don't like it. So that's the watch list. Don't love it. It's kind of but the market was indecision. So guys, when I make these watch list videos, I could easily make them 15 minutes long, right? Once in a while, it seems like the majority of people like them longer, but yeah, obviously can't please everybody. Some people are like, oh, make those things 15 minutes. I'm like, well, I can make them 15 minutes, but what you're going to see is, like, if you're really paying attention, right? What I'm doing is I'm showing you chart after chart after chart after chart after chart. And I'm showing you why I'm liking something, why I'm not, why I get hesitant, why I'm like, eh. That is trading. So what you need to do is get the psychology in your head. You need to see thousands of charts. So if I just throw up 10 charts as to why I'm looking for it and that's it, you miss the entire other big picture. You miss what's kind of going on in my head. I'm not the best trader in the world. I'm not pretending to be, but you're getting in kind of my head where I'm just showing you chart after chart after chart after chart after chart. That is trading. Trading is not, hey, here's a watch, let's buy something if it breaks out, or short it if it breaks down. And hey, here you go, and this is great. Hey, our alerts go off. Hey, this is great. We're awesome, and that's it, right? That's not the reality. The reality is all of these intricacies, seeing all the different charts, all the patterns. When I'm going through the scan, I'm taking you through step by step my scan through the day. You're going to see, as you can see, this scan right here has less plays on it than this one. There's a lot more. So there's more potential bullish plays than bearish. So I don't have to guess. They're showing me, right? They're showing there's more potential bullish. But as you can see in here, the list still isn't that great. Obviously, lots of indecision. Why is there indecision? This is a major reason why. Price on the SPX, on the S&P, is at indecision, potentially forming a reversal, might pull back. Gotta watch and see. So when you see all this and put it together, it's giving you very important clues as to what's going on. So I want to give you the psychology and everything. And this is like when I do this each night, you're seeing this video right now. It's 45 minutes. It's going to take me a half hour to produce it, another 20 minutes to a half hour to send it out to you guys by email, post it on our website, all of that. That's about 2 hours each time we do a watch list. That's just alone on doing this. This is what it takes every single day. This is trading. Trading is not sexy, like, hey, just money and just walk away for the day. So a lot of these companies that you say, like, they're also putting in, you know, I'm not saying we're the best in the world or anything like that. A lot of these companies, they put in a lot of, trading companies put a lot of hours. They're running trade rooms, you know, they're doing stuff on their website and update and all of that stuff, and then putting in lots of other time building these watch lists. So for you guys that wonder if we're worth $10 a month, I'm just showing you right here. This is 45 minutes, another 45 minutes to hour produce and send out. That's 2 hours every single day. Never mind the countless, guys, we get countless just messages on Facebook and on email every single day with questions, all the other videos and the courses that we do. So we're doing so much to produce for you guys, which we're not complaining. That's obviously what we want to do. I want to give back to you. But for those that are on the fence at $10 a month, You can't put a price tag on all this. This is what trading is like. This is the real world. It's not a fancy fantasy. It's not Maseratis and cars and half-naked women and piles of cash. You can have that stuff if you want when you make the money, but this is how you go to make the money. All of this, looking at thousands. I'm not saying dozens. I'm talking thousands, not talking hundreds. I'm talking thousands of charts until you see patterns and boom, 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 over and over and over again. So when I make these watch lists, you're going to see, again, more of the bigger patterns pop out a lot more on the bigger cap companies. The smaller caps, you're going to probably start to see more of the smaller patterns. But, you know, again, you'll see a lot of FU patterns on the small cap stocks. So it's all about charts and patterns, drilling it down. With a day trading watch list, you're trying to scalp, make 10, 15, 20 cents. If you can make more, great. Obviously depends on your risk tolerance. On the swing trade, you can make $1, $2 plus. That's great, right? If you make 50 cents or 60 cents and you have enough options contracts, that could be really great as well. So we can't tell people, like, you know, to some people making 50 cents would be great, whereas some people making $2 or $3 is what they're looking to make. And that's going to determine what kind of strategy you're looking to do, you know, whether you're going to be a day trader, swing trader, or a long-term trader. So that's it. That's enough for my rants and everything. If you're not a member of our group on Facebook, come and join us. Like and follow our fan page. Again, on our YouTube, non-stop content that we give you guys over and over and over. Make sure we're not putting these candlestick videos out for the health of it. We're putting it out there and we're taking you, I'm organizing it. I'm very obsessive compulsive where I want to do just slowly build it up for you guys. One candlestick at a time, the basics form into other patterns. So we're going to take you from bullish candlesticks to bearish to dojis, the different type of dojis to hammers, different type of looking hammers, right? And then going to bullish candlesticks or bull flags, bear flags. We'll take you into head and shoulders, cup and handles, double tops, double bottoms, the big kind of the, you know, the most popular patterns. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you into these smaller patterns like bullish harami, bearish harami, evening star, morning star, piercing patterns, all that good stuff. Tweezer tops, tweeter bottoms, all of those good things. That is trading. If this sounds overwhelming to you, then welcome to the world of trading, because this is what trading is like. All right. So if you haven't been over to our website yet, come and check us out. Bullish Bears. Tons of content. If you look over here every single day on a recent post, we post like an article almost a day, right? About 5 a week or so. Check out our watch list alerts. Again, as I keep telling you guys, our lowest win percentage since we've put these out, I think it's been an 86 or 87%. So, I mean, just one trade pays for your membership for years. I mean, come on, don't be cheap. If you're $10, we're the cheapest you're going to find out there for anything. So, worst case scenario, if it doesn't work out for you, you lose $10. I mean, come on, big deal. That's less than one trade with TD Ameritrade. All right, so that's that on our blog. Day trading room, swing trading room. If you haven't joined us, we now, again, keep listening to you guys, keep giving more content back. So for those of you that signed up with us a month ago or even a few weeks ago, we didn't have a swing trade room. We had one room. So that $10 a month, we now just added on a swing trading room with options, and we didn't charge you any more, right? So just constantly giving you guys value back. $10 a month, you have a room to learn day trading, swing trading, options trading. Learn about our alerts over here, courses. Guys, thousands of dollars of courses over here for free, and we're soon going to be adding our candlesticks courses over the coming weeks. That will probably be, I just argue, probably even more valuable than any of these, because none of these courses will matter whatsoever unless you know candlesticks. So we're going to add that behind it, and you're really not going to have to go anywhere. You can literally take, if you're new, this will take you a while, couple months. You know, if you watch a couple videos a day, might take you a couple months, but it's going to save you thousands of dollars of having to go put all the money out elsewhere. And again, as you can see over here, we are only $10 a month for everything I just went over and over. I'm telling you how to make a watch list, what to look for, showing you the goods and the bads, showing you, support, resistance, why a stock went up, why it goes down, recapping the stock, showing you that stuff, because this is trading. All of that, as well as underneath here, we have members only videos on top of that. Trade ideas link we share every day, webinars, all of this stuff, guys, for $10 a month. Hopefully y'all appreciate it. We are seeing lots of people post really great stuff with their winnings and their learning, and that really fuels us, and we really appreciate that. So keep up the great work, peeps, and we will see you all tomorrow. Enjoy.